Welcome to the show. It's a Thursday. Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. My name is Wally Scott. It's going to be a good day today. Now, the defending champions trade tackles, that's it, Falcons, with their bitter West African neighbors, Cameroon, for a place in the competition's last four. Nigeria will face Cameroon in the quarterfinals of the 2022 Women African Cup of Nations with more than just the semi-final ticket at stake. A win in Casablanca, Morocco on Thursday for either the Super Falcons or the indomitable Lionesses will guarantee the victor a spot in next year's FIFA Women's World Cup. There will be WAFCON tiers for the loser, still a place in February's Interconfederation playoffs in New Zealand, and Australia will offer consolation and a backdoor to the Mundial. Well, on the show today, I've got Stanley Ikawu as usual. Welcome on the show, Stanley.
Always a pleasure to be on the show. Good morning.
We spoke about the physicality of the Lionesses last time on the show, and we're facing them eventually now. And you spoke extensively about the fact that our girls can use their skills and talent to work against their physicality.
Wale, once again, good morning. I feel the game is Super Falcons' game to lose. Now, going by our last two games, against Botswana, an improved performance. Against Burundi also, an improved performance. And then the level of technicality I saw in the team, and the way and manner around the world drum this time around, unlike his predecessor Thomas Deneby and his former white coaches that are taking charge of different national teams, talking about the Super Eagles and the Super Falcons, it wasn't as rigid as these two coaches. Now, however, I think the Super Falcons would have to contend with two things: the physicality of the Cameroonians and the pace of the younger ones or the younger players in the Cameroonian national team. While, however, you look at our team, Olomeni is aging, Austin Hale is aging, and I think the only option we have right now is our fullbacks. Once our central defenders are beaten, then our goalkeeper would have nothing to do than to concede goals. Now, this is why I feel Randy Waldrum should deploy and actually plug in the heart of the defense. She's young, and she has also said that's a position she loves to play, and she would always give her best if she's played in that position. Because one, she's young. Two, she can always give that European exposure. No disrespect to all our players there. When you also put into consideration that Olomide is also experienced, but then she can always be easily beaten for pace. Now, the tactical know-how of Randy Waldrum should be brought to the fore. Now, on the advantage we have now going into the game is our technicality, our improved, let me use that word now, our improved technicality now. In the last 2 games, we saw an improvement on the part of the tactical display of the coach and the technical abilities of the players. I just hope, like I said on my radio show yesterday, we'll be able to match 70% of technicality and 30% of physicality, because you cannot just say you want to dwell on your technicality alone. When they begin to outmuscle the Super Falcons, how ready is on the round room? How prepared is he to make those important things?
Now, Stanley, Asatu Shwala wished the girls good luck from Spain yesterday and said that the match against Cameroon goes beyond us qualifying for the World Cup. That the match is about bragging rights, elbow room, as in it's a grudge match. It goes beyond just qualifying for the World Cup. It's Nigeria against Cameroon. We've been rivals like forever.
You see, Wale, unlike the South Africans, who in our last 5 meetings we've not defeated them in open play. The last time we defeated South Africans in open play was in 2016. Remember the last Nations Cup we won in 2018? It was the Cameroonians we defeated in the semi-finals before we played the South Africans in the final. So they would also be coming for a revenge. Remember what the Botswana ladies, the Botswana coach said, that having lost to the South African ladies, we have been exposed. But then I feel these guys didn't allow that to affect them. They went into the game, knew what was at stake, and of course all 3 points was gotten. Now it's a different ballgame entirely. No two games are ever the same. I think we must always reiterate on that. I will defeat the Botswana ladies, the Burundi ladies. These are two teams that arguably we should be taking them to the cleaners all day, every day. But then you reckon that football is evolving. Football has evolved. African female football is trying as much as possible to get to that level where the coach are right now. Who says it's not? So, so for the Cameroonians, I feel they will be coming with a whole lot of revenge mission. But then I feel the Super Falcons are prepared to take on the Cameroonians, irrespective of what they post against them.
Fantastic. So Stanley, stay with us. Don't go anywhere yet. Now, Manchester United arrived in Melbourne on Wednesday ahead of 3 friendly matches in Australia, off the back of a 4-0 routing of Liverpool in Bangkok in Eric Ten Hag's first match as the manager. United take on Australian outfit Melbourne Victory at the Melbourne Cricket Ground MCG on Friday, that's tomorrow. Now Ten Hag's men then face Premier League rivals Crystal Palace at the same venue 4 days later before meeting Aston Villa in Perth on July 23rd. Now, Stanley, I don't know if you watched that, but the first guy that spoke on that in that film said that he's been a Manchester United fan all his life. Well, I was born a Manchester United fan. In fact, I can boastfully say I spent my 8-year-old birthday at Old Trafford in England. So I can boastfully say that. But I laugh at Man U fans when they say Liverpool and Man U beat Liverpool 4-0. And I laugh and I say in a pre-season friendly, in Liverpool without Virgil van Dijk, without Jota, without Mo Salah, and you guys are boasting that you have arrived. Have they arrived yet?
Not really. Maybe an improved side we saw against Liverpool. But what Jurgen Klopp said, whenever it's a game against Manchester United, the rivalry between these two sides, you know, no team would want to lose against each other. But then, a winner was a match. Every player at Manchester United must fight for a place in the new manager starting 11. Martial just returned back on loan from Sevilla. Rashford didn't get enough playing time. And now with Edison Cavani on the verge of leaving Manchester United, if I understand right now, it is 99.9% sure that Edison Cavani is no longer a Manchester United player. So all these players must improve. All these players must ensure that they give their all. So it's 6 months to the next transfer window, which is the winter. Now, you wouldn't want to joke with your price value. Now, the national team also is there. So every player needs regular playing time at club level to get national team call up. So all hands must be on deck. Now, United is not just an ordinary club. Let's also remind ourselves, United is an institution. It's a club with tradition. When you mention club with tradition in the world, Manchester United ranks in the top 5. So every player that comes into the club knows he must give his 90% best, if not 120. So as it stands right now, every player would have to do everything possible to get the coach's nod to be in the starting 11. So, but it's still early days yet. Let's wait until the season starts.
Now, Stanley, I didn't see this coming. I don't know if you saw it coming. Now, England forward Raheem Sterling has joined Chelsea on a 5-year contract from Man City. The two Premier League clubs announced yesterday. The deal is worth up to £50 million, according to British media reports. Now, Sterling becomes Chelsea's first signing under the new ownership led by Tony Boyle and Cleartake Capital, who officially took over from Russian Roman Abramovich at the end of May. 27-year-old played 47 games in all competitions for City last season, scoring 17 times and providing 9 assists. Did you see this coming? Raheem Sterling to Chelsea from Manchester City.
While the name of the game is business, and every player wants regular playing time. Now with Erling Haaland joining Manchester City, there's no mathematical chance that Raheem Sterling will command a starter's 11 shot. Now, like I said, if it were to be Manchester City, Manchester United, these two clubs trading, apparently we might not be seeing Raheem Sterling joining Manchester United. But this is from Manchester to London. I'll give you an instance. When Robin Van Persie was contacted to join Manchester United, he said the young boy inside of him told him to join Manchester United. And he joined a match score, and United won the EPL in 2013. Now, like I said, Raheem Sterling joined Manchester City at the age of 20. Now he's 27. According to him, he said he's not a full-grown man. He's experienced. So I think Chelsea would be of a whole lot of advantage now knowing full well that they've signed a player who has won virtually everything apart from the UEFA Champions League and the FIFA World Cup. Someone who is bringing his experience and his exposure from Manchester City. Someone who has played under one of the best managers in the world, talking about Pep Guardiola. And as it stands right now, with Thomas Tuchel, not relying so much on Timo Werner, and with Romelu Lukaku returning back to Inter Milan on loan, Chelsea are right now have just done a fantastic business in bringing Raheem Sterling. That I am surprised. No, that's what football tells you.
Where do we expect Raheem Sterling to be in the Chelsea front line? Now, we've got a lot of strikers out there on the Chelsea team. Where does he fit in that front line?
You see, when you look at the Chelsea front line, because of the modern way of football right now, some coaches can decide to go to play false nine. And with Raheem Sterling, we saw him deliver goals and assists at Manchester City before he left. And you look at other wingers at Chelsea, Callum Hudson-Odoi. There's no way you compare side by side, fruit for fruit, Hudson-Odoi, the stats, records, and everything that surrounds these two players, and you reckon that Hudson-Odoi will start ahead of Raheem Sterling. Same as Timo Werner. This is the EPL, and you need the way and manner the EPL is played, the pace, the athleticism, the skill, power, pace, and precision. You reckon that Raheem Sterling has seen it all as far as European football is concerned, English Premier League games is concerned, and I think he edges out every other player in the front line of Chelsea, including, and I repeat, Timo Werner.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us today, Stanley. I sent you a message and it was a very funny message, but you refused to reply. Maybe we will. Maybe we will get back to that thing later. Check the message again.
All right.
Then we'll get back to it later.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now I'm going to leave you with this. So I'll sign off with this. But don't forget that I was stunned. Argentina's Francisco Cerundolo stunned top seed and defending champion Casper Ruud in the Nordea Open second round yesterday. Cerundolo broke the Norwegian serve 3 times in that match. I'll leave you with that. That's all we can take on the show today. Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. Thank you very much. Those guys behind the screen, behind the cameras, they make you see us, but you don't see them. Kayode Folorunsho, thank you very much. Lawal, thank you very much. They made you see us. And thank you very much, those 3 angels that I have pressing the buttons there. I call them the Wallace Angels. They are 3 musketeers. Toby, Tumishi, and Adura. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you very much, Lord Peter. That's what I call you. Thank you very much, Downstairs Powerhouse. Don't forget, Femi FM. And thank you very much to our producer for today's show, Paul George. I call him PG. You can call him President General if you want. Join us same time tomorrow, Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. My name is Wally Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your heart, do some sports.